Pure lowered her gaze to the ground, feeling uncertain. Her legs paced back and forth near the front gate of the house where she had once shared memories with a certain someone. Memories she had left behind, leaving that person to drown in them alone for so long, long enough for that girl to imagine all sorts of things. Long enough for Loft to misunderstand that she wasn't someone who was loved or chosen. The confusion and turmoil Pure had faced before this had driven her to isolate herself and reflect deeply. Her friends had scolded her, teased her, and urged her to take action. Love and Do weren't the kind of friends who coddled her, but neither had they ever stood against her. Her close friends repeatedly emphasized that they wanted to see her happy, and Pure knew well where her happiness lay. That realization had prompted her to hastily rearrange her life and bring herself here, trembling, in front of Loft's vacation house in Pattaya. In her 28 years of life, never had she felt so lacking in confidence. If Loft could no longer endure the pain, if she no longer wanted to hope for anything from her, what would Pure do? If Loft didn't want to risk herself with someone so indecisive, how would she handle it? Pure didn't know a thing. Yet, despite everything, she insisted on coming here to talk about their relationship and express something that had been in her heart all along. Pure, the small gate opened, and the homeowner called out her name, staring at her with a puzzled look on her face. Loft stood still, without even a hint of a welcoming smile. Her demeanor made Pure's heart sink, and she could blame one but herself. It was her fault for letting time slip away, for repeatedly hurting a tall girl, for creating wounds so deep that she now resented her presence. "Why I come inside?" she asked boldly, her voice trembling with fear of rejection. The older woman's hands unconsciously clenched tightly. Pure's presence brought Loft a great deal of unease. Why did this beautiful woman come here? Was there some pressing reason that had brought her to her doorstep? She didn't know and didn't dare to speculate. Yet, despite the heartbreak she'd carried for many days, her heart now raced as if secretly filled with hope. Just seeing the older woman's gorgeous face, just catching the familiar scent of her perfume, felt like a revival from near death, reminding her of how deeply she was still under the woman's spell. "I don't quite understand why you're here, Pure," Loft said, cradling the lingering question in her heart. The girl placed a glass of water in front of her before silently taking a seat across from the woman. The atmosphere between them lacked the ease they once shared. It felt as though Loft was hosting a guest she barely knew. The distance between them was palpable, and Pure could sense it. "I'm not sure if you've already sorted everything out about us," she began, unsure of how to start the conversation. "I'm not here just to apologize." Her heart was filled with fear. Loft's calm tone and emotionless expression made her anxious. Rarely did the girl act this way toward her. "Then why are you here?" Loft was still confused about her intentions. The younger woman looked at her with growing bewilderment. "I've ended things with Pierre." Loft's eyes widened in shock, unable to hide her surprise. She had never expected to hear such a thing. To her, the idea of Pure ending her relationship with Air was the last thing that could ever happen. As waves of emotions overwhelmed her, she realized that her heart was now racing with hope once again. "I can't go back anymore."